Sometimes you might feel like your service isn't important, but the truth is your service is important, but finding the right client is even more important. In this video, I'm going to tell you what are the things that I tried and what are the things that you should try if you are starting your freelancing career. So let's dive into the video. Hello everyone, I am Muskan, Hello everyone, my name is Muskan. I am a freelance designer, editor, and a social media handler where I help brands and people to grow their social media presence over different kinds of platforms. And in this way, I not just sell my service but build a long lasting connection with each of my clients. So back then, when I started as a freelancer, I didn't know how to approach people or how to build connection. I used to follow the traditional method, that is email. I used to mail the company if there was a vacancy in that particular job profile that I was looking for. For example, I am applying as a designer in a company. I would just email them that, hey, I am available. I am working as a graphic designer and you can surely connect with me and attach my portfolio. But at the end of the month, I realized that after sending 20 to 25 mails a month, I realized that this was not going to work, because at the end of the day, I could not connect to even one of them. Not because my portfolio was not good, not because my skills weren't good, it was because there was a lack of communication over that platform. So what I decided to do, and it worked for me, was whenever there was a vacancy for a particular job role, I would go to their website, search for their WhatsApp number, and tried to connect to them through that. In this way, I was not just selling my service, but I was connecting them for long. I used to just message them of 3 to 4 lines that I am providing this service, and if you are in a need of that service. I also got my clients from different kinds of community group which I was a part of. I always had the idea of connecting to more and more people so that they could know about my services, and if they required any of them, they could connect to me easily. And that's how I got a lot of clients via community groups, where I not only made my service available to them, but I learned a lot of things. And then eventually I moved to LinkedIn. I made my account there, started posting regularly, and started communicating with people who required my services or who are in a problem, by telling them how my service can help them solve that particular problem. So that's how I booked a lot of clients from LinkedIn, and those people liked my work and then they gave the reference to somebody else, and that's how I connected to not only them but someone else also, and that's how I still work with them. So after connecting people via LinkedIn, community groups, messaging them, I wanted to try something out different. So what I did was I went over Instagram, searched for really small brands whom I could help making their social media posters or videos, and that's how I learned how to handle social media. For example, there was a client for whom I worked over Instagram. I learned the basic principles of Instagram, how the reels can go viral, what kind of content to post, so this how I learned what different kinds of platforms had to serve to different people. So in that process, I learned how to be a social media handler also. So out of all the scenarios that I mentioned across the community group, the LinkedIn, the Instagram, and connecting people over different kinds of platform, what I noticed was communication was the key. Your voice, your tone, your way of addressing the client brings the client back to you again and again. So in all of those instances, my communication was the power. So yeah, that was my story about how I really got good clients over a period of time via different platforms, and how I not just grew as a person but I learned a lot of things. Now let's discuss what you can do as a freelancer, and what are the things that I didn't do and you can try out. So first one I would recommend is Fiverr. So this is something most of the YouTube channel recommend, and I've seen most of the people try out Fiverr because they say that they get really good clients if you have been a good A grade seller there. Second I would recommend is Upwork. You can make your account there, and you can actually check these platforms if that is working for you or not. For me, for example, I had made my account on Fiverr, but it didn't work for me. So it can happen that these accounts or these freelancing platforms can work for you. So you never know. So third thing I would say is build your presence. Doesn't matter where it is, on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. I would really recommend making your profile on LinkedIn and Instagram, so that people come to know you, because clarity and presence is very important. It gives client the sense of trust and idea about what kind of service you can provide. And no, not just make the profile and just send them ki, hey, this is my profile, but you actually post daily. Post daily in this sense means you try to post something that solves the problem of others and in return provides a glance of your service. So yeah, that's what you can do. Third is that building your identity over different kinds of platforms. You can also try out what I tried out, that is messaging people over WhatsApp numbers, getting clients to community groups. Yeah. So I guess that is enough, to build good connection over time. And always remember, you don't get clients easily. That's the harsh reality of freelancers, that you don't get clients easily, but you can get good clients over a period of time who come back to you each time they require their service. So yeah, that's all for the video. If you have any feedback, please write down in the comment section. I would love to answer them all. And if you have any you want me to make video on, you can comment it down. I would love to read all of your comments, and let's meet in the next video. By the time, thank you.